Hi guys, well, if baking is getting you through lockdown, this is the recipe you're going to need to try. These are some traditional Irish scones. We're going to start off by rubbing some butter into some flour, then we're going to add in our wet ingredients, some currants, to create a really gorgeous scone dough. This is not like afternoon tea scones, these are real hardcore Irish scones and they're absolutely delicious. We're going to finish it off with a little brush of milk over the top, sprinkle of sugar into the oven, and the best part of this is that they bake off in less than 15 minutes and you have warm, beautiful scones that you can top with butter and jam, and away you go. We're going to start off by doing exactly that. So, into a bowl with some flour and some butter, and let's get it rubbed together. Now the trick to getting really good scones is making sure you have nice cold butter and then using your fingertips, not your palms, to rub that butter into the flour until you have sort of a wet sand mixture. Now, what I like to do is just stop before you get to that point, leaving you with kind of little lumps of butter. Because when this goes and forms into a dough and it goes into the oven to bake off, those little nubs of butter will melt down, creating the lovely flaky layers of a beautiful scone. So it's a nice little tip and it works every time for really gorgeous scones. Now that we have it looking like this, the butter is pretty much incorporated, we're going to add in our currants, then make a well and add the milk and the egg and form our dough. Okay, the dough is in good shape at this point, so I'm going to use a rolling pin and roll it out to about 1.5 inches in thickness, and then we're going to cut out 8 fluted scones. Okay, that is our last scone cut out. These are now absolutely beautiful. You get a few scraps that you can roll up and make a few more, but essentially this recipe makes 8 really good solid scones. They just need an egg wash and a little sprinkle of sugar and they're ready for the oven. Okay, scones are ready to go into the oven. The oven is preheated at 180 degrees Celsius. These are going to cook off for about 12 to 14 minutes. I've just finished them off with a little brush of milk and egg and that sprinkle of sugar. And after that time in the oven, they're going to be puffed up, golden and ready to eat. Okay, the scones have come out of the oven. I've just cooled them on a wire rack. They're still a little bit warm, but you can see they've puffed right up. They've gone really nice and golden, and that little sugar crust on top looks absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to place these on, and we're going to serve one up with butter and jam, just the way I used to have them when I was growing up. Now, scones, or scones, wherever you are in the world, it cause a lot of controversy. Whether you call it scones or scones is one thing, I call them scones. But the other aspect of it is how you eat them. Now, traditionally in Ireland, butter and jam is the only way, but if you go to England, clotted cream is in Cornwall, and then you put the jam, and then you don't know if you put the jam on first or the cream on first. Either way, I think the Irish way is the most simple and the most tasty. Butter and jam is your only man. Right, let's try some. Oh. It's one of the most simple baking recipes you will try, but it yields the most delicious results. That little sprinkle of sugar over the top, that's my mom's tip. And it always gives you this like extra little something when you bite into these. You get that crunch on the top and then those flaky, lovely buttery layers of scone. With the jam and the cream, this is a total treat. As always, I will leave the recipe in the box below and you can get it over my website. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and of course, leave me a comment in the box below letting me know whether you call them scones or scones, or whether you eat them with butter or jam, or Cornish cream, or clotted cream, or jam first, or jam on top of the clotted cream, or clotted cream. I'm off to eat the scones. See you soon.